Do you know what happened to the food in our stomach in 3 to 5 hours after we finished eating? Food, we love to eat it, but did you know that digestion starts even before we swallow? It's true, it begins in the mouth. Our teeth are like tiny machines chomping and grinding food into smaller pieces. These smaller bits are easier to digest. Imagine trying to eat a whole apple in one gulp. Our teeth make the job much easier. They break it down into manageable bites. Chewing also mixes the food with saliva. Saliva is like a magical liquid that softens food. This makes it slippery and easy to swallow. Isn't our body amazing? Next time you take a bite, remember, digestion begins in the mouth. Gulp! Down goes the food. But where does it go? After we swallow, food travels down a long tube called the esophagus. Think of it like a slide in a playground, taking food on a fun ride to our tummy. The esophagus is a muscular tube. It squeezes and pushes the food downwards. This squeezing action is called peristalsis. It's like a wave moving the food along. Have you ever eaten while standing on your head? The food still goes down. That's because peristalsis is powerful enough to work against gravity. Down, down the food goes, ready for the next exciting step in the digestive process. The stomach is like a mixing bowl, churning and churning. It's constantly moving, ensuring that the food we eat is thoroughly mixed with digestive juices. It's where the real action happens. This is the stage where food starts to break down into smaller, more manageable pieces. Imagine a washing machine for food, but instead of water it uses powerful acids and enzymes. These substances are crucial for breaking down the food we consume. These acids and enzymes are like tiny superheroes. They work tirelessly to ensure that the food is broken down into its basic components. They break down the food even further, turning it into a mushy soup called chyme. This semi-liquid mixture is easier for the intestines to process. The acids are strong enough to dissolve some metals. This shows just how powerful our stomach acids are. But don't worry, the stomach lining protects itself from these powerful acids. It has a special mucus layer that acts as a barrier. Enzymes are like tiny scissors, snipping the food into even smaller pieces. They target specific nutrients, making digestion more efficient. They break down proteins, carbohydrates and fats, making them easier to absorb later on. Each type of enzyme has a specific role in this complex process. The stomach is a busy place, working hard to digest our food. It's a non-stop process that ensures we get the nutrients we need. Let's see what happens next. The journey of digestion continues as the chyme moves into the intestines. Section 4. Chyme time. Food transformed. After hours of churning in the stomach, the food transforms into a thick liquid called chyme. This process is essential for breaking down the food we eat into a form that our bodies can absorb and use for energy and nutrients. Chyme is a funny word, but it's just a scientific term for partially digested food. It's a crucial step in the digestive process, ensuring that the nutrients from our meals are accessible to our bodies. It looks a bit like a smoothie, but you wouldn't want to drink this one. Despite its appearance, chyme is vital for our health as it allows for the efficient absorption of nutrients. The stomach muscles contract and relax, mixing the food with gastric juices. These movements help to break down the food mechanically, while the gastric juices work chemically. This creates chyme ready for its journey to the small intestine. The transformation is a complex but fascinating process that highlights the efficiency of our digestive system. The chyme is slowly released into the small intestine through a valve called the pyloric sphincter. This controlled release ensures that the small intestine can handle the chyme effectively. This valve acts like a gatekeeper, making sure the chyme enters the small intestine at the right pace. What an incredible transformation! The coordination between the stomach and the small intestine is truly remarkable. From solid bites to mushy chyme, our food is on its way to the next stage of digestion. This journey is essential for extracting the nutrients our bodies need to function and thrive. Section 5. Onward to the small intestine, nutrients await. This is where the journey of our food gets really interesting. The small intestine is like a long and winding road, all coiled up in our belly. It's about 20 feet long in adults, making it the longest part of our digestive system. It's where the real magic of digestion happens, nutrient absorption. Here, the food we eat is broken down into its most basic components. As the chyme travels through the small intestine, it mixes with more digestive juices. These juices are crucial for breaking down the food into nutrients. These juices come from the pancreas and liver, helping to break down the food even further. The pancreas releases enzymes, while the liver produces bile. The small intestine has tiny finger-like projections called villi. These villi increase the surface area for absorption. These villi act like tiny straws, sucking up all the good nutrients from the chyme. Each villus contains a network of capillaries and lymphatic vessels. Vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, they're all absorbed into the bloodstream, ready to fuel our bodies. This process ensures that our body gets the essential nutrients it needs. The leftover waste products that the body can't use continue their journey into the large intestine. This is where water is absorbed and the waste is prepared for elimination. But that's a story for another time. The large intestine has its own unique role in our digestive system. For now, let's appreciate the amazing process of digestion and nutrient absorption happening in our small intestines. It's truly a marvel of nature.